Welcome back, everyone. Up here at the cottage finally, and I'm pretty excited because I'm actually going to get out for my first actually big ride or normal size ride in a couple of years actually. So just wanted to just start off this video with trying to just do a little planning here. Got the OFSC website open. And if you zoom in, well, you zoom out here, first of all, you guys all know this map, but zoom right in, right just south of Huntsville, and that is Mary Lake right there. And I'm up here at the north end of the lake. So what I'm thinking today is obviously trying to go for these nice green trails. This is Hill and Gully trails in here. I'm going to run down the lake here and shoot down into here. And I'm going to jump on the trail here the way I have for years. Shoot down here, 103, 103, over to 102, and down into Baysville, right there. And continue through Baysville, a little bit of a road run here. And then across Dickey Lake here, down 102. And this is amazing in here. This is all these old logging roads. 45 here, just amazing. High-speed trails. Run down here, 101B over to here. And then this yellow section is usually kind of rough. It's a little tighter, but then gets back to green here. And then you come down onto Raven Lake here. This is the big parking lot here where you come in. And you can either go left into Dorset or you can run the lake, which I probably will run the lake here and back around. And then come into Dorset here, which is where the gas station is there, Lance's Shell there. So I'll probably grab some gas there. Depending on if the sun comes out or not, I would love to get up onto the lookout here. That's this little piece here. Such a great view over Lake of Bays, but right now it's still cloudy out. And then I'm wondering why they have all the lakes yellow. Maybe it's just something that the OFSC is doing just for caution because it's not technically groomed. I don't know. And depending on how things are going, I may shoot over this way and up 76 here. This is my favorite trail here, this little piece. Very low usage. It's always just such a ripper through there. And then up in the back way here into Dwight, which is obviously a big hub. And there's gas there too, but I shouldn't need any. And then if I don't do that, I may just rip down Lake of Bays, jump back in here into South Portage, and run the road here, and then back on 54, back to on the Hill and Gully trails. That's an awesome stretch. 102, back in. This is where the outhouse is at the corner here. And then rip back down Lynx Lake Road. And of course, we used to be able to get into my cottage on a little back trail here, but that's been closed. That's gone because of a landowner. So you got to cut back down, back through Port Sydney, and you come right back to the lake, the same place I started. Okay, let's get after it, guys. Gonna go load up some treats, snacks, and water in the back of the sled, and let's go for a rip, man. This is gonna feel good. Okay, so that's our music there. Got our BRP go. She is charging. That's good. Little music over there. No internet connection, that's okay. So there's that. there's that. Keep that around there. Of course, we also got the Garmin there. So we're all fueled up. And yeah, let's head her out. It's gonna be a good time to get up my first ride here. Can't wait. Wish the sun was gonna come out a little bit, but should be pretty nice. Was literally 2 years ago since I rode up here last. Last year I did one little rip and kind of sucked at home. But yeah, we got tons of snow right now on my snow stick there. Got like 28, 30 inches there, 28, 29, 30 inches. So gonna be awesome. All right, let's get after it, guys. Let's ride. All right, so we're down here in Port Sydney. That's Rocky Island right there. And we're on the Mark Trail here that cuts across the south end of Mary Lake. And I just rode down from my end up there, north end of the lake. And this is where the trail goes up right over here. So we're gonna head up in through here. These are the Hill and Gully trails. They're run down. See how these trails are. Everything's green as far as the trail guide, interactive trail guide says they're all green, which means they're good, you know, should be all groomed up. It's a Thursday. Today's a Thursday, and we got lots of snow here, as you can see. There's lots of fluff on top. So should be nice. I just hope that everything's all groomed up nice. All right, let's get on some trails, man. This is gonna be awesome. There comes someone right there. Ripping it. Woohoo. Nice. All right. Let's hit the trails. Man, these Hill and Gully trails are unbelievable. I'm talking really good. Right here at the Hill and Gully maintenance shack here. Got the big map on here. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of videoing on the sled because the trails are so nice. These are tight and twisty, obviously, around here. Very tight and twisty, but they're awesome. Those new carbides, those Maverick carbides, 8-inch, they're working nice. You can see the trail up in there, it's just perfect. Man, that's freaking awesome. Just ripping it down there. And here we are at Fred's Place, the famous Fred's Place. This is on the Hill and Gully trail system, not too far from my cottage. I used to come here when I was like 12, 13 years old, 14, on my old sled. This was just like a little shack back then. Actually pretty nice now, they redid it. Check it out. Very nice. Very nice. All right. No fire on today, but that's okay. Don't really need it. Not that cold out. It's about 20 Fahrenheit right now, by the way. People signing stuff. Good old Fred's Place. Yeah, it used to be a much smaller little shack, but probably like maybe 10, 15 years ago, they rebuilt it there. Yeah. There you go. All right. So we're ripping it, and sled's working good. Even got a little trash thing here, which is nice. Nice job, Hill and Gully. And sled's just ripping good. I got it set up in the middle now. I put my rear torsions up a little bit. I think I'm gonna actually order that reflash for the Smart Shocks. That I think it was Precision EFI up in Quebec that came up with it. But I know John over Accelerated Technologies has the flash, and he can do it there pretty quickly. I think I might wait till next fall to do it, because I'm really not going to ride much this year. But that changes kind of how soft, medium, and firm are. Like right now, firm is super hard and soft is super soft. They kind of bring it more usable, so the soft isn't so crazy soft, and the firm isn't so crazy firm. All the mapping working really nice. And the music, man, it's just kicking my butt. All right, so we're right here at the junction here going into Baysville. And it's right there, and then we go down into Baysville there. So I just wanted to stop there. And a couple guys on some SRXs there. This looks like a nice new map here that they've got. Yeah, nice setup. Actually, there's Port Sydney where we came from, and we're right there now. So instead of going left up this way, we're going to come in this way later at the end of the day, but we're going to go down here, down to Baysville, down around through here, 45, up into Dorset. Actually might run the lake there though. I might go out here and run the lake. But actually here's the lake. Might run that. Dorset. The tower's there. We'll see if the sun comes out. And I think I'm probably just going to end up doing this maybe. But I may just end up doing this. We'll see how the time goes. That's a nice map. Let's keep ripping it. We're going to just keep hammering, man. It's freaking awesome. I'll probably put the camera back on for point of view riding video. Once I get to the big, the old logging road trails, which are just past Baysville. Once I get on those, I'll pop the camera back on, because those are completely different than these Port Sydney trails, where these are real tight and twisty, like most of Muskoka. But these ones down here below Baysville are really nice. And if you're ever wondering why those trails open before anybody else is usually in this area, that's the reason why, because they're basically old logging roads. They're big, wide, high-speed trails with big sweepers. They're just freaking awesome. A lot of fun. This is where the old logging roads kind of pick up. This is where it gets really nice, really kind of like high speed. And I was really hoping for some sun today for better videoing, but it's starting to snow again. Man, the snow is deep. I haven't seen it this deep in the bush in years. Like, this is what it used to be like when I was a kid. But yeah, just awesome. Just fantastic, actually. And I will say that Baysville Club does such a great job. Hill and Gully was pretty good, but once I got onto these Baysville trails, just mint. You could see here we're where someone just blew this corner here. He probably was flying down here, and he just put his sled into here. I mean, look at that hole. That hole's like 2 feet deep. So you can kind of see how deep it is in there. All right, so let's get ripping again here. I think what I'm going to do is, because these are some nice big trails, I'm going to head up here, and then I'm going to hang a left on 45, which is really nice too. So I'll put the camera on, do some point of view stuff here. All right. Get the old tunes cranking again in my helmet. Damn! Now that'll put a smile on your face. Holy, excuse my language. That thing with those big, tall, new carbides, that thing is a ripper, man. Holy crap. That works good. Like I said, those are some big, wide, high-speed, old logging roads, nice and wide, and lots of room, you know. You can kind of like hang on your own side and have lots of room, not be too nervous. Yeah. I've missed doing that for a couple of years. Holy moly. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Yeah, those carbides, they're nice and deep, so they really work good. So we're right at the corner there of, so it's where 45 comes into 101B. This is 101B going left and right. And then this is 45. And that's the little cut through that we always take. So yeah, if you're ever up around Muskoka, make sure you hit up these just south of Baysville trails if you really want to do some kind of like fun running. They're much straighter than our typical Muskoka trails, which are super tight, super twisty. You know, you're doing 30, 40 miles an hour at your best. Here you can rip. Allegedly big speeds. All right, let's keep ripping. We're going to hammer down here, and probably about another 15 minutes, we should be coming down to Raven Lake just before Dorset. Okay, so we're here on Raven Lake. It says 5 Mile Bay. You can see Raven Lake right there. So basically, this is the where the trail comes down from Baysville, and there's a big parking lot here, and you can see all the trucks and trailers. A lot of guys come up from, well, they come up from anywhere really, and it's all free parking there. And then they can either go that way on the trail toward Baysville, or they can go that way on the trail toward Dorset, or you can just run out here on the staked lake. Let's get after it here and get ripping on here, and then we'll maybe I'll do a little video and over on the Dorset Tower. We'll see what that trail's like going up to the tower, because I'm not sure how that is. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and it's pretty steep. So if I can get up there, I'll do some videoing up there. Yeah, here on Raven Lake, just gorgeous as usual. All the beautiful ice hanging up there. It's always a nice spot. Always love this spot. Came over here since we were really young. We used to come over here. And it's always nice when it's sunny to really take it all in. But like I said, it's starting to snow here. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go up that way. That's heading toward Dorset. And we came out of that bay over there. So yeah, just wanted to do just a quick video of the gorgeous spot over here. And Dorset's pretty close, so only maybe I don't know, 8 miles, something like that. And probably about 10-15 minutes at the most through the trail. It's all trail after this lake. And I'll try to get up on that lookout tower. Probably won't be able to see much today because it's pretty overcast, and now we got some snow flying, so definitely not a good day for the tower, but we'll still check it out anyways, because we're riding. That's all that matters. All right, so I'm just coming into Dorset here, Highway 35. Okay, so I'm going to cross over here, go to the right where the fiery grill is, and then cross over and over the bridge. I'll put the camera on the sled here, and we will see what it looks like. snowing though, so probably won't look that great. One of them stinky two-strokes. There's a Trading Bay Dining Co. It's just mobbed with sleds there. Wow, I can't believe that trail is groomed like super wide all the way up the whole steep kind of side of the mountain. It's funny because for years that was just a little skinny trail, and And we used to have to fight and fight just to get up here. But it's like a perfect groomed trail now. So check this out, guys. This is the Dorset Tower. And we've walked up there many a times. It's a lot of stairs. And done lots of video from up there years ago. But I'm definitely not doing that today. But really nice park here on the top. Observation area. And check that out. You got gorgeous Lake of Bays out there. And then you got the little village of Dorset down there. That's right where we just crossed the road, right there. Highway 35. So, pretty cool. Always loved this spot up here. Been a long time since I came up here, but years ago we used to come up here all the time. But it was always, we'd always fight the trail to get up here. It was usually all rocks and just, they never groomed it back in those days. But yeah, just beautiful. Now, if it was clear, you'd see a lot further. This is just the bottom end of, sort of the bottom end of Lake of Bays, where Dorset is. And then it gets much bigger when you get down to the big part of the lake. So we're gonna run up that way. And I think I feel good. So I'm gonna run that trail 76 over into Dwight. And I'll get gas there because I still got tons of gas. It hasn't even barely moved. So I'm not gonna get gas here in Dorset. But yeah, it's a really nice little park here. Kind of does a loop around here, and it's like they've got it all groomed. You can see there's not even any tracks on it. And in the summer, of course, you can come up here in your car, and just gorgeous. But yeah, I was hoping it'd be a little bit more of a clear day to get that beautiful view over there. But there you have it there. Lake of Bays. And I think we used to call it the Fire Tower or Lookout Tower. Dorset Lookout Tower. That's quite a cool thing. I think it's been here since I was a kid. So get up there in a windy day and that sucker moves around a little bit. But yeah, lots of good times have been had up there in that lookout tower. All right, let's take a peek at our mileage here. Yeah, we're 47 miles. Right on top of the lookout tower. So let's meander on and we'll continue on. Oh, you know what? I'm getting a little hungry. I think it might be snack time. Get out some of my peanuts. Got peanuts and I got my water. All right, time for snack. Let's do it. Okay, so basically I just came down from the lookout and down through the town of Dorset, the village of Dorset. You go over the one-way bridge right at the restaurant there. I just showed you that. You come back the same way, and then you go down to the gas station to Lance's Shell, and that's where you jump on the lake. So that's right behind me here. The reason I stopped here is I just wanted to show you guys that if you zoom in here, there's the tower. Pretty cool. So that's basically where I was, right up on top of that. And now I'm down here. Lake of Bays, all staked, ready to rip.